UFC Fight Night, Sandhagen versus Figueiredo, predictions. For once, a good card is not in the Apex, which is fucking class. How long do you think it'll take for the UFC to understand that the Apex is killing their fucking sport? But yeah, let's get into predictions. We'll go straight into the main event and we'll go straight down to the prelims. Main event, Corey Sandhagen versus Davison Figueiredo. I want Figueiredo to win this, and I do like Figueiredo, so I'll try and keep my bias out of this. But I feel like people are overlooking Figueiredo. Like, he is a good shot selector. He's not very active, though, and that's how Peter Yan beat him, by pretty much just giving him loads of volume to think about. And I do think Corey Sandhagen can do that as well. Yeah, and just as well as that, I think Davison Figueiredo's game plan should be to grapple, because just like look at the size of this fucker. Yeah, I know he used to be a flyweight, but look at the size of this fucker. And then you look at the muscle definition, and you look at Corey Sandhagen. There is no muscle, so it's like you got some big, strong. I wouldn't say big. He's like 5'5", but like he's some strong dude, yeah. And he could take Corey Sandhagen down. But then I'm looking at the Umar fight, and I'm like, Umar couldn't do much to you until like the later rounds, and even in the later rounds he struggled keeping you down. And I know Umar's more of a striker, and that's what people kind of got wrong with the Merab fight, but it's like he still is an Nurmagomedov. He still does have good grappling. He's very well rounded. I think I saw something the other day that apparently Umar's the most well rounded bantamweight, and I was like, it's Peter Yan, shut the fuck up. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Corey. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Corey Sandhagen here. Like, I don't see Davison Figueiredo taking him down if Umar couldn't take him down. I'd really want Figueiredo to win this just because what ranking is Sandhagen? He's number 4 ranked. Figgy's number 5 ranked. I want someone new in the top 5. Like, it's just the same people. It's the same thing with lightweight. It's why lightweight's getting boring now. It's just the same people. Good fight, just same old, same old. So I want Davison Figueiredo getting there, and as well, we can finally. I think Figgy is the guy to beat Merab. And Merab, we need him to fucking beat Merab. I'm sick of seeing Merab. He's such a cool guy, but he's so boring. He's so boring. But yeah, I don't think he wins this one. I hope he does. He has amazing takedown defense. Corey Sandhagen does. He's very dynamic. He'll use his fakes and switch stances. It's so hard to take the guy down. I think going on singles and then trying to circle around to the back should be a thing that Davison Figueiredo should be looking to do in this fight. But I just don't think he can do that. Like I said, Umar was unable to keep Corey Sandhagen down. And if Figueiredo manages to like submit Sandhagen, how shit is Umar? You know what I mean? But no. I've got Corey Sandhagen winning this fight. I'm gonna go with a decision, and I think it's gonna be you know what? I think might actually school Figueiredo quite a bit. I'm gonna go 4 rounds to 1. 4 rounds to 1. I really want Figgy to win this fight. Have I not mentioned that enough? Please, Figgy, win this fight, man. Please, and please do it in spectacular fashion. Right. Anyway, moving on. Ryan De Vrida? I don't know fucking how to pronounce that name. Versus Bo Nickel. I'll be honest, like, I've put my notes down, but I haven't actually circled someone who I want to win. I don't, like, I think Bo Nickel is genuinely underrated. Like, people just shit on him, and it's just what they need to stop doing. UFC need to stop pushing people onto the fans. They need to just let the fans be like, oh, we like this guy naturally, instead of, you have to like this guy. Because that's when they get hate. Like, Bo Nickel is genuinely a good fighter, a good wrestler, a decent striker. And he just gets shit just because he's always forcing our face, which, I get it. I'm starting to hate Bo Nickel now. But, like, yeah. But Bo Nickel is genuinely a good fighter. He's a cool dude. I've watched his podcast and stuff like that. I think on the feet, this fight is going to take place. I think Derrida's going to be a bit too thingy to grapple, but if he does grapple, he might have an advantage. You never know. But I don't think he can get him down with Bo Nichols' wrestling background. And if wrestling is such a good base for MMA, Bo Nichols surely should be able to defend those takedowns. So now I'm looking at this fight as a stand-up fight. Now, I know we know the Paul Craig fight was boring, but it was very tip for tap, let's just put it that way. It wasn't very technical though. It was technical in moments, but like the rest of it was literally just hitting where there's an opening from both guys, and just Paul Craig, fucking hell, cannot strike for the life of him. But yeah, in that fight, Bo Nichols showed great kicks. He gives up too much ground though. He does mix his left straight from southpaw up to the head and body, and does set it up. He doesn't really use his jab that often, I've noticed too. But yeah, and then you've got Derrida on the other hand, who fights like Dricus du Plessis, to be honest. He really does fight like DDP. He has got power too. He genuinely is just the Netherlands version of Dricus du Plessis. He genuinely is. He out-grappled Meerschaert, which is impressive. I know Meerschaert is not the best in the world, but he is a great grappler, and you got to look at that and be like, Ryan Derrida is fucking a really good grappler if you're outdoing Meerschaert. And then the thing is, if they do shoot for a takedown, Derrida's genuinely got more of a jiu-jitsu orientated guard off bottom. He doesn't really like to get up. It's more arm bars, triangles from his guard, and it's like, get up. This is not UFC in 2000, you know. Yeah, and then he loves that outside trip in the clinch, so Bo Nickel needs to, with his wrestling paralysis, he should be able to nullify that attack. And yeah, and I counted through his entire record. This is Ryan Derrida's record. In his entire career, on win side, he's only been to his decision twice, and they were on the regional earlier in his career. That's fucking wild. That's genuinely wild. So, I'm looking at this fight, and I genuinely don't know who I'm choosing to win. I honestly don't know. I think this is a 50-50 matchup. I don't know, and I need to get co-main events right, because I think I'm 8-6 in co-main events, and that's kind of shit, to be honest. And yeah, I do have an 80% prediction rate though. I do have an 80% prediction rate, so don't let that persuade you. On every fight, I've been through all my videos, I've circled them, and I've done the percentages, and I've got an 79% prediction rate. But I'm gonna go with Derrida. I think there's more ways to win for Derrida. He can knock Bo Nickel out. He can submit Bo Nickel if he can get it down, which is a fucking ask. I'm going to go with Derrida just purely on that. He is very hittable. Oh, I don't know if I like that pick though. I feel like Bo Nickel's going to come back and he's going to be really good at just striking us. So, fucking hell. I'm going to go with Derrida, but this is a 50-50 matchup. What's the odds anyway? Yeah, I'd agree with that. Figgy being an underdog. And Bo Nickel's a favourite. Wow. Honestly, I thought it would be evens, but fair enough. Yeah, I'm going with Derrida. Moving on. Ponzinibbio versus Daniel Rodriguez. What I like from Ponzinibbio, specifically, is that he fought earlier in the year. I think it was the very first card of this year, actually. It was it was the very first card of the year. What I do like about Ponzinibbio is that he's active. And that really shows something with fighters when they're active. It shows they want to be in there, they want to get their money, they're hungry, And I know I'm saying this about I think he's 37 or 38. But Ponzinibbio is never going to be in the title picture, we know that. So he's literally just fighting for money. And bonuses too. And Daniel Rodriguez, on the other hand, when was the last time he fucking fought? I swear that was like last year, some random month. Yeah, and I've chose Ponzinibbio to win this fight because Daniel Rodriguez is open. I mean, look at him. He clearly isn't taking his career seriously. He's literally a fat welterweight. and watch him win now. Now that I've said that, watch him fucking win. He beat Alex Morono, but he went to a close decision, and Morono's hitting him with hard shit, but Morono does not have power. I don't think he's ever rocked an opponent in his entire career. Like, he will put his entire back, fucking hips into a shot, and he just unfortunately has zero power to actually KO people, hurt people. He just doesn't have that ability, and I have made the mistake before of saying that he is powerful, because it sounds powerful, but his opponents they just don't react to it. They're just like, well, what the fuck was that? Was that a fucking fly or something? They just don't react to his punches. I don't know what it is about Morono. But yeah, in the what fight was it now? Carlton Harris, I think it was. He showed really good fast boxing. He mixed it up to the head body. He was doing really well. He did get dropped by Harris, which would have gave him Harris that round. And the second round, Harris was starting to piece him up a bit. He was losing that fight before the finish, which was kind of... He did look good, though. That's the thing. I can't be like, that looks bad, but it does look bad. But you can't lie. You cannot lie. That's a good thing. Because he did look good in the fight, if you watch it. And he looked really fucking good. Fairly good footwork. I'm saying fairly good because it's not like... He's not doing, like, Garbrandt shit or fucking Crew shit, But it's like... It's good enough to get away with him the shots he needs to get away with him. And then I'd say early stoppage, he did the early stoppage Harris, but it was like, Harris, you weren't defending yourself. You just took repeated shots and just running around the cage. So I agree with it, but it was a bit early. But yeah, I'm choosing Ponzinibbio. I think he's just going to piece up Rodriguez a 3-round straight. Rodriguez can catch him, but that's MMA. Like, if you're really going to predict... What are the odds for this fight? Practically evens, very close to evens. Right, fair enough. I would disagree with that. I think Ponzinibbio should be a really big favourite. Like, I've looked at all their fights pretty much, or enough of them, and I've been like, you know what? I think Ponzinibbio is much better. He just is the better fighter. Right, anyway, moving on. Montel Jackson versus Daniel Marcos. This is a fucking good fight. Montel Jackson is coming off 2 KO wins, which tells you a lot because he's coming in here at least confident, And then he's not good pressured back though. That's my issue. And Daniel Marcos is going to push it back. He really is just going to push it back. I think I'm going to go with Montel Jackson on physicality. Like, I do like Marcos, but he was getting hit very early in his fight, his last fight. I can't remember the fucking dude's name, but he was getting very hit very often. It was like thingy, and when you get hit by Jackson, for some reason you just die, And it's not like he's been chinning chinny fighters. He's been chinning like pretty decent fighters. So yeah, and that reach, 75 at bantamweight. He's 5'10". Oh my god, Daniel Marcos, please knock this fucker out. Yeah. Like, that is straight up weight bullying. Anyway, moving on. Cameron Smotherman versus whatever the fuck that first name is, Saidi. He's Ukrainian, so I already don't like him. What have I put down for this guy? Alright. Oh, I remember this. This guy's really fucking good, to be fair. Okay. Right. Smotherman... I'm saying that wrong. I'm fucking saying Smotherman because I can't care. I really do not care. It's a dude's name. He beat Jake Hadley. He beat our boy Jake Hadley, He just wants to be a UFC fighter. You know what I mean? So it's like... That's a fucking good win to me. He used cage cutting to beat him. He was doing that really well. His combinations on the cage was sick. Jake Hadley had no answers. Like, he was hitting him and he was just getting bopped, and he was like, he doesn't know where he was. And now he's in the PFL, the poor guy. Make weight, fucking hell. Make weight. If you made weight, you'd probably still be in the UFC, but you can't fucking make weight. And it's not like you're 5'6", pal. You're 5'6". Make weight. You're actually fun to watch, and you are pretty fucking good. And I reckon you would have got at least to just outside the rankings of bantamweight, and he couldn't make fucking weight. Come on, man. You're 5'6". Come on. Anyway, enough the rant. I just think Smotherman's just much better than Saeed. He just is a better fighter. Saeed. I usually like to look at the commentators what they say, but they just don't say his name, so I'm going Saeed. So yeah, he's kind of like an Oliveira. He really is like an Oliveira, but like a shitter version of Oliveira. But he is very good and he is very open to shots. Like it is a pretty. What are the odds saying? Oh, they put Cider as the favourite. Oh no, yeah, the favourite. Wow, that's wild. You could probably make some good money on Montel, but Montel, fucking hell, Smotherman. Uh, I'd go with Smotherman. I'd go with Smotherman. I think Smotherman's the guy. I think he's got the physicality advantage as well. But that being said, he's 5'11" and looks like this. I did not take that into account. He is very long too. But I do think he'll get on the inside. He's good at keeping people on the cage and he unloads on the cage. He's like that Ilya Poirier to clip on fucking Max Holloway. Had him in the cage and he's like bat, liver shot, and then bat, liver shot, and then obviously Max doesn't drop the liver shots, but yeah, he does target that liver quite a bit. Smotherman does. Anyway, moving on. Oh fucking hell, Jeremy Stephens versus Mason Jones. Fuck. I don't rate any of these fighters, but I've watched Mason Jones on the Cage Warriors team. He looks improved. He does look pretty fucking great, like pretty fucking good with his boxing and his jab looks really good for you know. And to be fair, I'm saying I don't rate him, but he did beat Onama. David Onama just beat Giga Chikadze. That's a really good aging win. Boxing is pull counters, but he does sort of lunge backwards a bit, which you lunge backwards, you might get caught by fucking Jeremy Stephens. But Jeremy Stephens, in his last 7 MMA fights, that's including PFL, his last 8 MMA fights, he's 7-1. 7-1. You're practically Tony Ferguson. You are pretty much Tony Ferguson. And I get you lost to Aldo. Aldo's a fucking class fighter. Like, Aldo, I still have him as, like, the GOAT of featherweight. But, like, you didn't show anything in that fight. And I watched that fight, and it's like, I think Mason Jones is going to beat the shit out of you. I really do. I think Mason Jones is going to beat the shit out of you. And if Mason Jones doesn't get caught, he wins. That's how I categorise this fight. That's really how I categorise this fight. Jabs are going to be there for Mason Jones too. It's just going to be there all night, and I think he'll get his shit going, combos going and that. Right, anyway, moving on, prelims now, I think, yeah. Fucking Yana Santos versus Miesha Tate, right? We're going to look at records here, because I just can't be arsed. Alright, they're both equally as shit. Who's higher ranked? I'll go Yana Santos, I ain't fucking... And she's from Russia, so yeah. Ryan Lauder, though. Ryan Lauder in, Azamat Bierkov. No, that's not how you say it. I know how to fucking say his name too. It's going to piss me off until I get it right. They're both grapplers. And I do think this is a 50-50... Well, hang on, what are the odds saying here? It's a 50-50 matchup. And I think the odds are not really showing that well. It's really a 50-50. Obviously, you're seeing here that he's got one loss, Lauder. And Bierkov is grappling. He's active too. He fought on the Makachev card at the beginning of the year, second card of the year. So that shows me he wants to be in there. And I think he has the physicality in this fight. Obviously, we've got Tough over here. He came off Tough. He was. I swear he was supposed to fight early this year. It is a 50-50 matchup, but I'll go with Bikoev because he's Russian, and like UFC love giving close fights to Russians because they're Russian and there's a fan base there that just glaze them. So I'll go with Bikoev, but Lauder is a very good grappler. There could be some really good scrambles in this fight. But yeah, the really good grapplers, it could take place on the feet, and I've tried to watch the regional fights. They literally shoot takedowns in the first 15 seconds, so it's like I physically cannot look at striking there. And if it was striking, there'd probably be a clear winner in the striking. But yeah, moving on. Oh, for fuck's sake, there's more of them. There's going to be loads of shipwrecks in this fight, man. Fucking hell, this fight card. Marina Rodriguez versus Gillian Robertson. I've heard Gillian Robertson is genuinely good, so I'll go with her. But she does look like fucking a lab experiment. This is coming from the guy who doesn't show his face on YouTube, by the way. So take what you want from that. Yeah, I'll just go with this bitch in it. Right, moving on. Gaston Belogues, was it? No, oh, fuck's sake. He looks like a homeless bantamweight Ilya Taporio. Taporio, yeah. This is literally the Taporio. And he's versing Quang Lee, who is pretty good. He had a very competitive fight with fucking, what's his name, Gutierrez, but he just couldn't defend kicks. Like, you got to defend kicks at the highest level of MMA. And Gaston, that is a fucking cool name, by the way. Gaston Balagos. I know how to say this fucking name. I've literally just watched the fight where they said it like 50 fucking times on commentary. I need to actually learn how to say fighters' names. But Gaston is really fucking good. He switches his stances. He makes angles. And his scrambling reversals are really good, showing the fucking hell. Romeus fight. Fucking hell. Contavious Romeus. I said that wrong too. Fucking hell. But yeah, he's fucking really good, and he looks like an Ilya Taporia when he fights with switch stances, and like he's not as low down to the floor, but he does look good, and he as well. I don't know, that name is persuading me. Gaston, fucking hell, and then Balogos. Fucking hell, like that's a cool name, and it is a pretty close fight. Well, the odds got it. So yeah, they've got the Ilya Taporia guy. I love how people start to ring me the minute I record, even when I tell them not to. Yeah. Quang Lee is straight up looked well against Gutierrez, but it's like, the thing is, it's like he's not going to win in UFC. He got finished in his last fight. I think this is a layup for Balagos. Yeah. I'm going to go with Balagos. And I've said that wrong about fucking 50 times in this video. Please count how many times I said it wrong. Oh, we got the fatties next. Let's get in the fatties. Let's go. Fucking Thomas Peterson versus Dontel Mays. One's fat, the other one's fatter. One's 6'1", one's 6'6". They're both fat as fucking humanly possible. Fucking, I've got a picture of Peterson's last fight on my phone. And I captioned it, "These big fucking behemoths." Fucking hell. But yeah, we got two fatties, two behemoths, two mammoths, two fucking whales going at it. Fucking hell. And you know what, to be fair, yeah, Peterson is not as bad as I used to think he was. He has a wrestling background. His takedowns are fucking pretty solid, to be fair. He's just a fucking white mammoth, and he fucking hell. And then on the other side we've got a black mammoth, so fucking, I can't take this shit seriously. Like, look at them. He does get hit a lot to get his shot though, this Peterson, so he could get knocked out. It is heavyweight. He's active. Dontel Mays literally fought like a couple of cards ago. He lost in the first round to Heel Hook. So I'm guessing he's pissed off to that, which could affect him in this fight. But every single fight I've seen this guy fight, he gets taken down. And it's like, it's not a good showing. You know what I mean? You're just getting taken down with ease. And Dontel Mays is only, you know, I don't know how old he is, but he's probably at the end of his career. He looks old enough anyway. Yeah. I'm going with Peterson, fuck it. And as well, this makes Shamil Gaziev look good too, so yeah. Yeah, fuck it, we're going to go with Peterson, and I believe that's the end of the card. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck. US versus Croatia. Let's have a look. let's have a look at the records then, because that's how we could predict women's fights. Right, 4-3. You're not taking your career seriously, are you? Clearly not. I will go with Ivana Pejovic. Pejovic. I don't know how to fucking pronounce that name. Anyway, she's Croatian. She is the favourite. I'll be a sheep for a second. Yeah. But yeah, that's the fucking prediction video. I wanted to make a quick prediction video before I fucking leave the country for a week and fucking please drown in the ocean. Ivana, I've got fucking Peterson, I've got Gaston, I've got the redhead bitch, Bikoev, I've got Yana Santos. I've never watched these guys fight, by the way. Just thought, like, I haven't watched Misha Tate fight since Ronda Rousey. I've got Mason Jones. If he loses to fucking Jeremy Stevens, maybe he should never come back to UFC. Cameron Smotherman, he's fucking class. This fight is going to be class. This is the highlight of the card. Then I've got Montel Jackson. He is fucking pretty good. And I've got Ponzinibbio. I just think he's miles better than fucking Rodriguez. I've got Derrida, but this is a coin flip. It is a coin flip. And we've got Corey Sandhagen over Figueiredo. A really big favourite. But I don't think it should be. It should be like, if I had to put this fight specifically in percentages, I'd put it 60-40. 60 to Sandhagen, 40 to Figueiredo. But anyway, that's the end of the video. Comment your predictions. I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to do for this shit. Comment which mammoth you think is going to win this fight. I'm in the video. Fuck this shit. Right, see you later.